Hello, I am Viking Revival, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. Last episode, we did a whole bunch of wreck missions. Got ourselves the campfire going, so let's get that finished up. I believe we have one more, and then we get the bicycle, and then we're going to be able to head over to Jen, and that should really open this game up for us. Then we can really decide, where do we want to build? Do we want to build somewhere in the wasteland? Do we want to go into a different biome for a little difficulty? What do we want to do?
It'll be a good morning when you buy something and get the fuck out of here.
Buried supply.
I got work
Quick
to
and
do.
easy.
Don't just stand there with your thumb up your ass. Get the job done.
We have points for our skills going into Battle Miner and the Intelligence Tree for the extra magazines. That is where we have focused our skill points thus far. That's why you see me with the axe in my main hand. Under the Battle Miner skill tree, any mining tools get increased damage to zombies. So I've never done it before, so I wanted to play as the Battle Miner. I want to see what kind of damage that can actually do for us. Sorry about me switching like this between third person and first. I've been playing a lot of Enshrouded. Whoa, that spawned right in front of us. Everybody else saw what I saw, right? They just spawned right in front of us. Oh, stamina. Stamina management. Yeah. Sorry, again, what I was saying is I've been playing Enshrouded. And on Enshrouded, run is the alt button. But on this game, the alt is switched between third person and first. I do apologize if that's annoying for people. I will try and keep it on first person. I've been told by people that they do prefer that, the first person view, than the third. I find when I'm fighting, the first person is better for me than the first person view or the third person view. First person just gives me better aim. I've had issues where I could have swore I aimed properly, and especially when you want to get those headshots for the extra damage. I have a lot harder of a time doing that when I'm in third person. I am still just grabbing everything, all the eggs I can, because I know food is going to become a problem. Hopefully I can make a bunch of food before we head to Jen's real quick. Because I am going to assume we're going to need it. The axe seems to be doing not too bad. I will scrap that. Don't need the club anymore. I do like the update with the flags. That just looks cool. Have everything labeled nicely. Again, same problem as before, playing a lot Enshrouded. Tried to crouch with C instead of control. I always crouch before I dig. Oh, there's a guy right there. The reason for that is it cuts down the noise by, I'd say, about half. It could be more. I've never actually gone into fully testing it. I just know it's a lot quieter and it doesn't set them off. So for instance, he's right there. If I stand up and dig. And he hasn't noticed. Let's see if we can get this before he even notices we're here. So I'm just a little worried if I were to walk over there to try and kill him. He's just outside the range. And I would lose the mission. The other reason I like to crouch as well is it gives me a lot less Headspace, I can fit in a 2-high hole, or a 2-block high hole, and just keep moving along. I am hearing faint sounds of zombies. Heard her moaning. It's not a one-hit kill. It does some good damage, so that's shrunk up this way. One thing I like to do is if I go from pointing north to south or east to west, this shape of this square tells me it's probably in that direction. So if I head back down here, and now we dig this way, there it is right there. I'll just read that since we're wearing the nerd chest piece. Oop, stand up. I'm just gonna kill him. I want the XP. A little crack at him. Whoa, jumped right out of that hole. Alright. Oh, sorry, did it again. Tried to run and hit the wrong button. Let's get back to Wrecked and see if we can get that bicycle. So far it seems like the axe is a 2-shot kill. That is with the heavy swing. It's not with the light one. 3 ore nodes. Alright, we're gonna mark this. Markings changed in this game. I just pick a number and write it down on a separate piece of paper. So I got number 1 written down as iron. That way when I'm looking around at the map and I see that number 1 marker, as you can see on the top of the screen, and the navigation marker or navigation markers up top, I can quickly scan around and see 1, okay, that's iron. 2 will probably be coal, 3 lead, and so on and so forth. I believe I lockpicked this car before, so it should be empty. Yep. Gate, alright, Wreck, you miserable fart. What you got for me?
Good morning,
Better be a
Mike.
bicycle.
Didn't we agree your first job was going to be free?
That, and there's the bicycle. Alright.
All I can spare.
Specialty job,
Name's not
5.6
important.
kilometers.
It's a deal.
Holy
Disappoint
crap,
me,
she's far
and you'll
away.
find yourself on the wrong end.
Oh, I think that... I just remembered something. I think the reason that she's so far away, it has to do with part of an update. I believe I remember reading in the update files that all the traders that you get for the next trader isn't the closest trader to you. It's the one with the most amount of resources around it. set this up. Open this up. Read all these. Now I'm debating with myself whether I just pack a bunch of stuff up, take it with me, and start fresh there. Just bring the food and the medicine, because I can only carry so many things. But then the loot goblin in me doesn't want to leave all this shit behind. I think for now we're just gonna we're just gonna bring all the food with us. Just gotta set out the bike to load it up as it rolls away down the hill. Grab as much food as we can. Don't really have any intention to build a base here. So I don't, just from doing the missions for Wreck, these early ones, I don't really care for this area. It doesn't look like this is a random map I have, so I don't really know the layout. I don't bother recording a picture of it or any of that stuff. I just load in a map and see what I get. Kind of like the idea of the surprise. And I went the wrong way with that. Alright, is there anything else I want to bring with? Okay, we'll leave all this here for now. Let's go to Jen. This is going to be quite the trip. I will hit up every mailbox and postal box and everything I can to try and grab every magazine I can on the way there. Should then hopefully give us a bunch of skill points, and if not, a bunch of magazines to sell. If you look down in the bottom left of my screen, you're going to see the running character toggling off and on. The reason I'm doing that is I learned this a long time ago, and it still seems to be holding up. If you toggle running on and off, you don't drain your stamina, but you can keep the bike at top speed without running out of stamina. So for instance, if I leave it on, he's going about the same speed, but I quickly run out of stamina. And if I take it off to regenerate stamina, I ride slower. It will generate quickly, but if I just toggle it on and off, I can maintain top speed and maintain stamina. Chicken. Do I want the chicken? I kind of do want the chicken. Hit the wrong button again. I will be happy to get rid of this stupid bow and arrow. Got the chicken. Whoop, did it again. I'm probably going to do that a lot. Another arrow on the ground here somewhere? No? Alright. Oh, did it again. Another hint, or another little tip about meat. You'll have the smell meter if the meat's on you, but if you throw it in your bike, which apparently is that shoe in the back for storage, it will remove the smell. It doesn't give off a smell reading then. So a quick little, nice little save you tip about having meat. I can do all the hunting I want now. I just throw it in the bike and the zombies won't start swarming me. Because apparently that smell meter, I was watching somebody else's video and they had that thing up to like 100 meters or something. And they just got overwhelmed and killed and it was only, I think they took out like 2 rabbits and a chicken, and that was enough meat to extend the smell meter out to 100 meters. And every zombie within 100 meters, which I'm assuming 1 block is 1 meter. So 100 blocks out, zombies were just swarming this person. And they hit the edge of a town and they died. Because there's just so many. It was like dealing with a horde night. You're like dealing with a horde night on a general night. It was too funny to me. Oh, Mr. Office Man. There's a crawler. Keep those zombies. Oh, there's some magazine stands. Always good for some magazines. If you see them with this open symbol, that means you already learned it, so it's just a sellable now. I think I'm just going to keep going straight. Maybe not, actually. I just looked ahead up the road and it looks like it curves to the left. So we'll grab this magazine. I'm not particularly sure what the best route is. Like I said, I don't look at the map. I just random generate a map. I do pick the largest map size I possibly can. I just want as many towns and cities and other things like that in it as possible. It gives me more things I could do, more areas I could go to. Hear his footsteps. I knew he was there. Just when I pedaled up, I saw him there, but I could actually hear him walking up. That's cool. I don't remember that being the thing. Take it. I did take it. Okay. Just want to put all the sellable stuff at the bottom just so I know where to find it quickly later. When we reach Jen, actually this should be interesting because from what I've read, they've updated Jen's character and how she looks. Not sure why they had to update Jen and not the other NPCs, but we'll find out. Oh, look at the little kids just playing in the street. They just running around having a good time. That's a dead end. I guess we're going this way. Here's a question for people that they can put in the comment section. Have other people been finding this, that driving around, more and more people are just pissed off about you traveling up a street if their kid's playing in it because you could hit their child. Where when I was a kid, we just knew how to say car and everybody cleared the road. I don't know if that's just a me thing or not, but I found a few people that, and you just see them all plastered all over the internet with a label of Karen or something like that. That all pissed off because they're driving up and down your own road and they're all mad because you could have hit their kid. Did we stop teaching kids how to be able to look up and down one way than the street and look down the other way and then yell out car, or just know not to walk in front of it? I think we'll go left here. KZL. I'm just going with that stands for Kansas Karen Zombies Live. Oh, got him first shot. I'm kind of surprised I hit that chicken, actually. Sometimes the arrows fly out straight, and other times they're all over the place. Drop the meat in there, and we'll carry on. I think that's a rabbit. Yeah, that's a rabbit. Somebody said to me hunting's not hard in this game, but if they're not on the road, for me, I just find it too hard to see them. Especially rabbits and other things like that. Like once they're in the grass, maybe it's my graphics, but it's just gone to me. Yeah, it's gone. Well, it's 12 o'clock. That means there's going to be a drop somewhere. Hopefully it's in the direction I'm traveling. Of course not. Way in the other direction. How way in the other direction? Way in the other direction. Yep, we're ignoring that for now. I want to try and get to Jen before the end of the day, but probably not going to happen with how far away they now spawn the next one. And apparently I can't just go to any one I find in that area. It won't count. I have to go to that specific one. Coming up on another town that, by the looks of it, there might be a wrecked up here on our left. Is it a wrecked? Yep, it's a wrecked. Alright, we'll stop in here. We're going to sell some stuff. I'll carry on to hopefully find the next gen. Kind of suspecting this Horde Night we're just going to either build something real quick and temporary, or we're going to set up on the top of some house somewhere.
What do you want? Make up your
And
mind
we
or
will
make
run
your
this
way
first one
out.
out and hopefully find a nice spot to build a decent base. Does Rick have anything I want? I do want these. Anything else I want? Kind of want that nerd helmet, but I don't have enough for it since I bought the magazines.
Oh, you want a guarantee, huh? Well, maybe you should try
Button again.
Shamway.
So that goes straight. Oh, bunny. Damn, went right into the grass again. I want your meat, but you're making it real hard to see you. And I can't jump without being... Without standing, I can't jump. Yep, no idea where that rabbit went. Looks like it's lunch break. I think we'll go this way. Also, from what I understand, is the other changes that have been made is that there's no big cities anywhere else other than, what are the two last areas? The desert area and the wasteland. Apparently there's no big cities in the central forest area or the burnt forest. I remember them having cities, you could find a random city everywhere. And they've gone and done away with that. That could be a good spot for a horde base. Surprised that zombie hasn't gotten up with me fidgeting and everything. Oh, 4 magazines. There you go. Oh, it's crawling along the ground. We need books. We need books. We want to be all learned and have all the endgame stuff fast. On one hand, I think it's a good thing I can do that. On the other hand, I'm not so sure. I've read a bunch of stuff that people have wanted the developers, the fun pimps, but I guess that's not the fun pimps anymore because from what I heard, they sold their company and somebody bought it, and I don't remember the name. So we'll see if this actually still happens or not, but there was word that they were working on getting rid of, or not fully getting rid of, but partially getting rid of the magazine skill tree, where you had to read so many of these magazines in order to unlock skills. and it was going to be you use that particular piece of either tool or do that particular task, and you get more proficient at it as you did it. I would call that a learning based skill tree, or I guess better to call it a use build based skill tree. I guess this would probably be more of a learning based skill tree where you got to find magazines to learn how to do stuff. And I honestly thought that would be a good improvement. That it would be use based. That way, I feel that it would be a lot easier to guide your character in the development the way you want. Because with these magazines, they're completely random. Other than you get a higher percentage of getting the magazines you want if you invest points into those areas along the skill tree. That still gives you no guarantee that you're going to get what you want. I can see the snow biome off in the distance there. So it looks like we're going to a gen that looks like she's going to be on the border of the burnt forest and the the burnt forest and the snow biome. So it doesn't look like we're going to get to her before nightfall. So we'll see how hairy this gets. But we'll get through it. Looks like we finally reached the edge of the burnt forest. I did turn off biome progression. Something that they apparently added in before. And when I looked into it, it just did not interest me at all, having to go through multiple steps in order to then create something I have to have a workbench for. So I turned that off because I didn't want to have to waste so much more time. Or maybe I didn't, and because I see a thing on the side that says I got 2 minutes and 27 seconds. I could have swore I turned biome progression off. I must not have. That's a biome progression thing. Okay. So we got 2 minutes apparently until either we're going to suffocate or I'm not entirely sure what happens next. Interesting. Looks like there's a city down there. I'm assuming going into a building will help reset that timer. Just I can see the path goes down and over to there, just for the fact that I don't have a lot of time since we're on a timer. I'm just going to cut across this way. I'll cut through this town. Gonna see if I can see a house with a door I can just run in. Here's one that looks like the garage door is open. Nope, that's closed. Oh, bugger. Does this bike not back up? Why can I not get on the bike anymore? I think I got my bike stuck. There's a hole down there. I kind of want the timer to run out. I want to see what happens. So that door's open. I want to see what happens. Apparently I start coughing. Interesting. Oh, I start taking health damage. Okay, that's what happens. Well, that's a hole. Okay, good. So walking inside does start resetting the timer. What do I need to do? Okay, so this is part of it. I need to harvest mushrooms, craft black lung serum, use the black lung serum, kill burnt zombie biome zombies. 2 kinds. The burnt ones and just regulars. Harvest a bunch of nitrate. So craft black lung serum. Okay. Black lung serum. Water, mushrooms, and look like coal. And this is going to be impossible to see anything that is... Oh, wait, hang on. That right there looks like a coal marker right next to nitrate. So we're going to go run over to that and see if we can't craft up this black lung serum. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to find mushrooms. Gonna assume if I just keep my eyes open, hopefully drive past some. That must be one of those new burnt zombies. Yeah, there's coal, there's nitrate. I think this one has glowing eyes. No, it does not. Okay. Excellent. So, craft this out. Holy crap, I gotta mine so much of this. Keep an eye on that timer. Got 1 minute 35 seconds, don't want that to run out. Don't know if I have any skill. That's the one with this. That. Let's dump these 2 points in the miner. That's how to speed that up. Yeah, that fixed the little mining problem. Set and harvest nitrate powder complete. Does that complete it for that? Yes, it does. Okay, we're gonna grab the coal and then we're gonna run back to that house. Okay, excellent. I still don't see any mushrooms. Is that door open? That door's open. Alright, so we only have to get through the door. We don't have to close it. That's good. I need mushrooms. I'm gonna check this kitchen. Sure there's zombies in here. They're coming up behind me. Sir, I understand I've invaded your home. And as a fellow construction worker, I feel sympathy for you, but you're dead. Well, unfortunately, no mushrooms in the kitchen. Still waiting for the timer to fill up. And 3 minutes, so we're gonna get on the go. Did I have any water in here? I do. That is excellent. So we've got the water, we just need 5 mushrooms. Then we can make the serum. I'm not sure what the serum actually does. I'm assuming it just extends that timer that's on the bottom left. Rifle one, that's good. If we can get ourselves a hunting rifle, that would be ideal. I would replace the bow with it. I won't replace the bow though with the pipe hunting rifle. I don't like that either. It's inaccurate. There's a boar. I don't want to take him on right now. You would think if they're going to actually, where's Jen? What the hell? Trade direct, coal. Where's my mission? What the hell? Am I losing it or like? Where's the marker to Jen go? Did I abandon the mission or something? There, turn that back on. It's because I placed a marker, it overrode that? Must have. What I was saying is, you got birds' nests everywhere. If you're going to make mushrooms one of the key things in a recipe in a new area you go in, you think you'd make the stupid things easy to find. Lumberjack. They usually take a little more. They're a little tougher. Corn. I want corn, I want mushrooms. I know that guy's back there trying to break through that door to come and get us, but I'll leave him there. Oh, those are always good to carry. Chopped his arm off. You think if I'm using an axe, I'd be cutting more heads off, like the like when you use the knives. Knife or the machete. You think that would hang on, why am I still I was gonna say I was inside that one building. I was inside until I closed the door. It wasn't rebuilding the counter. So I was standing in this one spot. It like was weird. Alright, we're gonna get going. There's a rabbit. It might be easier to hunt rabbits in this area. I can see them. This could be a problem traveling between two areas with that timer overhead. So somebody let me know. There. Okay, somebody let me know that if you see little grass patches, that you'd find mushrooms in those grass patches. And sure enough, we did. I need more, though. I think I only got 3. I need 5. Come on. Yeah, this might go bad. I gotta find So I'm gonna dip in this gas station. Let me in. Oh, that one was a one shot. Oh, I see what happened earlier. So, whoa! Where'd you come from? You couldn't have been the zombie that was over here. Where he is? I thought you died. I thought I saw death experience points pop up for you. What I was gonna say is, I think what happened earlier with there's mushrooms. With the marker disappearing for Jen is because I pulled up a marker for the recipe for the serum. I think that's what overrode the Gen marker. Alright. Crafting. So we'll craft that. That's going to take 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes 30. Alright, we're going to start riding towards where Jen is. It should lead us to a new town. And if we keep an eye on that at 2 minutes, we'll look in our inventory. We'll see if that serum's there and we'll pop it. And I'm really hoping I'm right and that just extends the counter. And that'll give us enough time to get towards Jen and then find somewhere to bunker in. I was not toggling stamina and I ran out of stamina pedaling the bike. The other reason it's a good idea to toggle, and there's a gen right there, but this one won't count. We're going to test that to be sure, because there is a bunch of good spots to grab loot. Each one of these. They're usually full of a ton of magazines. Biggest spot I've seen a bunch of people miss is down this side of Jen's church here. There's a bunch of crafting benches that you can just grab magazines from, and usually some other stuff. There's always a good spot to get the Forged Ahead magazines. And speak of Forged Ahead, there they are. Because you got a workbench, you got a cement mixer, you got a forge, you got a chemistry station, and they all have a chance of dropping the Forged Ahead magazines. I'm just going to run in to sell stuff to her. I want to see if this would count. I don't think it does. I think I have to go to the specific one.
It's closing time soon. You got here just in time.
This is what you look like. So they like cleaned up her graphics, made her look a little, I think, Chinese.
Looking to patch up those wounds?
Yeah, it definitely didn't count. I want these.
Thanks for the business. We're open
All
from
right.
dawn to dusk since, you know, we don't have clocks.
More tools digest. Get us better axes. Might have to put a couple of skill points into the armor, whether it be light, medium, or heavy. I don't think that really matters. I'll probably put it in the heavy to hopefully get the magazines to start more frequently popping up for armor. So this Jen has got a shotgun Messiah right next to her. Another good reason to be toggling the stamina is if you can keep your stamina at max. If for whatever reason you need to emergency jump off your bike, you don't want your stamina being dead. And then you got no stamina to swing. Is that a Crack-a-Book? That is a Crack-a-Book. Alright, we know where we're camping up for tonight, at this Crack-a-Book. Read all the books and deal with the zombies over the night, and we'll continue to gen. Here's maybe one of the burnt ones. Count towards that goal being accomplished. And then luckily with being inside, then we don't have to worry about the poisoned air. Just want to kill as many of these zombies as I can before they really start running in like 5 minutes. I know some drop out of the ceiling here when you walk over here. And we're in running mode. Danger, danger, danger. Oh, danger time. Danger time. I almost died. I almost died. That is so bad. I can't believe I almost died. We are so under-ready for this shit. Oh, that's my problem. I haven't unlocked Battle Miner yet. I'm such an idiot. So my axe isn't even doing optimal damage. It's doing Shouldn't have switched off the club so fast. Alright, well. Nothing to do about it now. I've already done it. Do I have a vitamin? Yep, I get through the fatigue. That extra magazine skill is definitely going to pay off here. You see it pop up on the screen right here, it just says worm. A little bookworm. Where are they? Okay, I think they're outside. So make sure I clear these shelves. Don't think they'll be beating their way in here anytime soon. Right outside there. sure there's one right there. Headshot at least. Whoa! You came out of the closet. I don't need any more injuries, thank you very much. And I'm bleeding again already. Give me bleeding injuries so easily. After all. Just gonna close that door to give him a little blockade. Close that door for the same reason. I hear him in here. We're gonna hide in this here office. Got one of them. Have to deal with the second one. Crack the safe open, hopefully, with the lockpicks we have. Yep, that's useless to me. Okay. This is probably going to be a fight on this roof. I want to reload this. I get to that room over there. I know there's a dog in there, and there's usually one or two zombies somewhere out here. None of these POIs have seemed to have changed a lot since I last played. If we're doing this series, that's weird. There's, I hear him. Where is he? An arm. Okay, you're inside the region. Ow. Anybody else? Alright, Dougie. Dougie dead. We're gonna hide out in here till morning. Chow down on their food. Wait for shit to stop running and get the gin. Read there all the books. Oh, there's more books. There's a lot of books in here. I was reading too fast and something popped up there I hadn't seen before. It looked like a box. bandages. Take the bullets. Take more bullets. This. What is this? Vehicle storage mod. Oh. Reading this schematic will teach you how to craft this item. Increasing your vehicle storage capacity with this modifier. Add up to 2 mods per vehicle. Interesting. So could I put this on my bike and have more storage in the bike? I did read somewhere that they had added that you could get more storage on your vehicles and your bicycles. That would be really useful. Alright, I did say we were going to wait till... wait a little bit longer, till about 2, I'm going to say. And I believe I crafted... There it is. Health plus 10. Yep, so it adds duration of 5 minutes. So I'm hoping with that, then we can make it to Jen. And then by the time we make it there, hopefully it'll be about 7 o'clock, about 4 o'clock. I think it's 4:06 that they all open. And we can run in there and get this unlocked. I don't think I want to build any base in this area. I don't like it. Burnt Forest is not my favorite zone. Jen is my favorite trader. And I think that's just because she doesn't talk shit to you the whole entire time. So smoke gear. Burnt. So I have to complete this. Gather scrap. And then I gotta gather all this shit. I'm guessing these are all the pieces for making that smoke gear. Alright, we're gonna head out. Get over to old Jenny Jan. We're just gonna drop off the roof here. I'm not sure if I take that serum, if the 5 minutes it gives me is added on to the 2 minutes 40 seconds I currently have. Oh, there is a lot of zombies. Come get me. It's another one of those times where toggling is a really good thing. Because I don't want to be out of stamina if these suckers catch up, that horde, a bunch of those zombies catch up to me. There's a deer, but I don't want to get off my bike right now to shoot it. Somebody hit me. Oh, right there hit me. I've also heard that they've added new zombies to this for the areas outside of the forest. Something about some kind of snow Sasquatch boulder thrower that's in the snow biome. More dangerous zombies in the wasteland. The desert one's got some guy that spits bees at you. Alright, we know where Jen is now. I just need to find somewhere to hide for a little bit. I think we're gonna go in here. Okay, we're gonna leave the bike. I want to turn the bike around first, since that's our way out. I know this is dumb and this is probably stupid, but we're gonna go hunt some zombies. Use the serum. Oh, that's a cool animation. Yeah, so the 5 minutes is not an additive. It is just a flat 5 minutes. It is not added onto your timer. that you have just as a normal resistance, so do not use it trying to get it on top. Okay, okay. Oh, that is so bad. That means my bike's out here. Oh, shit. That was so stupid of me. I'm an idiot. Yep, bed's all the way back in the forest. I am an idiot. Alright, well, we're going to end this episode here because I'm going to have to wander all the way back out there for the bike. Thanks for joining me in this. We will start this back off with opening up this trader out with Jen. Thanks for being here with us. If you could like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. And you guys all have yourself a good day.